Hey, scrappers and recyclers, it's Shark Scrapper. You may see on places like boardsort.com, your local yard, or your other buyers, that they have a category for docking stations. So, you know, some people might be curious, well, what's the value in a docking station? We got connectors back here, so there's got to be some sort of board in there. Come on, let's dive in and find out. Now, I'm not going to do a timed analysis of what this is, you know, for a return on investment type of thing like we do frequently. Right now, we're just looking at what's the value that's inside of this. You know, first of all, I don't have enough of them to do a meaningful time analysis, and docking stations can come in all shapes and sizes. So the time that it takes to break them down is going to change a lot from manufacturers and brands and types and stuff. So we're just going to see what we got inside here and get an idea of why there's value in these, why places like BoardSort actually have a category for them. Now, of course, the way a larger company would deal with these is they would put a whole pallet load of them through a grinder that would chew them all up into bits and pieces, and then machines would separate those bits and pieces, you know, with magnets and optical scanners and eddy currents and stuff like that, rather than have a human go through all this trouble. Let's see if there's more screws underneath of the foot pads. No, nothing there. Ah, here we have some screws. All right, I think that's all the screws. Yeah, I think that's all the screws. I'm still missing something somewhere. You can tell I don't scrap these too much. I usually just toss them in as part of the, you know, as they are. Because it's much more efficient to let the machines do the scrapping. Huh. Well, I apparently missed a screw there. I don't know, must have missed another screw somewhere. You know, I wonder if there's another one hiding underneath of this foot. Usually if you pop off one of the feet and there's no screw, then nope, nothing there either. Maybe it's the locking mechanism that has it jammed up. That's very possible. Yeah, cut that one off too. Oh! There is a screw hiding. Let's get that out of there. We have a screw that was hiding here. I'm not quite sure how that was supposed to. And then we have some more screws here. Maybe this is a film that needs to come off. Yep, that's what's going on. There's sneaky little buggers. All right. Now then, there's the locking mechanism. We're just going to throw that in with the shred. We have a teeny tiny little board down here. And really not much of anything. A small tactile switch, some copper. So the tiniest of tiniest little copper connector right there that I'm not even going to mess with. This is all just going in with the low and mid-grade boards. Plastic trash. There's a little metal screw there. I want to get that out of there. There we go. So, you go in the trash. We have some more plastic trash to get rid of. All right, now. Wire off of here. We have some little boards here with some connectors. Oops, there's another screw there. All right, so these two boards are on some gold connectors. And maybe if I get that screw, that will release the board, maybe? Maybe? All right. Oh, I see how that works. Okay. So, this is just a plastic shell. Because you can see the connector is mounted directly to this little board. And there is gold in there, so I think the action here is to pop that off of the green board like that. That can go in with the gold connector ends. This can go in with low and mid grades. There you can see the gold plating right on the edges there. You know what? I'm not going to mess with that. I'm just going to throw that in with the low and mid grades. And that's going to be a little piece of shred. Plastic. And then we have a board here that we want to look at. So first let's get this wire out of the way. All right. These thumb screws are frequently brass. We have a lock nut, a locking split washer on this one. So it may, it is obviously responding to a magnet, but I want to make sure that it's not the split washer that's causing that. All right, so yeah, it's ferrous. We have all these little ferrous screws and springs. We'll get these out of the way. And then we have the board here. So that's just going in with the shred. And we get the wire off here, this is just going to be number 3 insulated. And that's a gold connector in, so we'll cut that off. Of course, it's so small and has so little weight that it really doesn't matter, but do what you can. Here's another one, gold connector in. That would suggest that that is also a gold connector end, and it is. And what about you all? Over here. Yes, gold connector end right here. And then number 3 insulated. All right. Now, what do we have here for a board? We have some BGAs. We have a gold end resistor, or probably. We have some aluminum capacitors. We have some ICs, more BGAs. That might be an IC there. Some small components over here that are probably copper bearing more than anything else, but there are some MLCCs over here. And we have a few more MLCCs hiding around there. On the back side, we have some things that look suspiciously like MOSFETs, some more resistors, some very teeny tiny MLCCs. So I'm going with peripheral high grade. These connectors are going to be gold bearing, have gold plated pins and connectors inside of them. We do have a number of potentially gold yielding components, so I'm going with peripheral high grade. And that explains why some buyers put a value on docking stations. So the question for all of you, is it worth your time to scrap a docking station? You know, possibly. Here you've got a peripheral high-grade board. We had a couple of low-grade things. We had a little bit of shred that came out of it. If you're a hobbyist, then yeah, for sure. I mean, because you're just taking things apart for the fun of taking things apart. You kind of want to get the money out of it. It's a hobby, and the money that you get from the hobby helps you to pay for your hobby, so you go for as much money as you can from it. In my case, I usually I don't get a whole lot of docking stations. When I do get them, I set them in a bin. When I have enough of them, I ship them off to board sort. Because do I want to spend time taking this fiddly little beast apart, or do I want to focus on things that have more value? That's the decision that we all make, whether we're doing this as a business or a hobby. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Check out the videos popping up on either side of me, and the big round thing that's either over top of my head, or if you're lucky, covering my face, is to help you subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. And if you want to get more direct support and be a part of the Shiver, there's a link in the description down below where you can join. We have 3 levels of membership. Lots of fun going on there. I look forward to seeing all of you. In the meantime, be safe. Have a great week.